How to make your own Telegram bot powered by N8N and Google's Nano banana, so you can have a Telegram bot like this one. You can send it a brief message of what kind of image that you're after, and here's one of the examples, and then again short message to Telegram. Here's another example of the image that it created. If you want to make your own Telegram bot, stick around. We're going to do a very beginner-friendly guide. This is building on the last video I made on getting started with building AI agents. I'll link that here. If you're not sure about how to use it, if you want to take a look on there, if there's anything we cover in this video that you're unsure of, take a look at that last one. Let's get into it. Quick look at the workflow that we're going to be creating. Real simple. We've got a Telegram trigger, AI agent. We post a request to Fal AI. That's the platform that we're going to be using to do the request to Google's Nano banana. Quick wait, and then we'll get the status. And then if it's ready, we'll get the image, and then we'll use Telegram to send that back. Pretty straightforward. And we'll break this down now in the video as we go through. We're going to cover how to set up the bot, how to add the AI agent, how to send the request to Fal AI, how to set up a wait node, and finally how to get that image then to be sent back to you. I'm using Fal AI on here. I use it for a lot of other things. It's like about 2 cents for every image that you generate. At the end I'll go over, there is also a platform at the moment that's giving you free access. We'll take a look at that. The first thing you need is your Telegram trigger. If you've got a blank page and that's where you're starting from, you can search Telegram, and then under triggers, the trigger on a message. If you haven't got a Telegram bot and you need to set that up first, what you'll have is you go in here, create new credential. You need an access token. The way that you get that access token is you go onto Telegram. I took a screenshot of this earlier just to make it faster to explain. Search for Botfather. This one's got 3.3 million monthly users, got the little blue verification badge, and this is their official way of creating a new bot. To open their /new bot, and then you start a conversation. And what will happen then, like this name wasn't available, this one was, and it will respond with this. This has the information in it that you need both to get it set up and to access your bot. So if you click on that link, that is the chat. You can open it up, and that's how you're going to interact with the bot. And the access token is this one. So starting from A, ending in I, all of that, you want to copy that and then put that as your access token, name it something, and then click save. Next you want to add your AI agent node. So we'll just click up on the top there, search for AI agent, you can drop that in, and then your OpenRouter, you can connect that. We did go over that in the last video. All you need to do is when you drag off of here, it comes up with all of the different chat models that you can connect to, and OpenRouter is one of those. So that gives your AI agent a brain, and then in OpenRouter you can select the model. I've just got 4.1 mini, seems to be working well for me, but you could experiment with different models, and there are also some free ones on there if you scroll through the list. Next, what we've done is given our AI agent a brain, and you just do the same. So you drag away from tools, comes with lots of different tools that you can add. And what I do is just on the preset, I'll leave it the same. That works well for me. And that just allows your AI agent to be able to think about what its output. Next thing we need to do is post a HTTP request. So the way we find this node, we go up, HTTP, add this HTTP request, and then to set that up, let's just get rid of that. We want to post a request, and then to this URL, set these boxes the way that I have here. If you don't have a API key, what you'll need to do is go onto the Fal website. 2 seconds. So create an account, The way that they work, there's no monthly subscriptions. You just put a bit of credit on there, and then you'll be able to use the platform. Like I say, it's 2 cents per image generation, and there are a lot of other models and things that you can play around with. Check on their explore page. So what you need to do is navigate to API keys and then add new. This box comes up. All you need to do, give it a description, click create key, and remember, and the reason I've done it like this is because those API keys, if someone gets your API key, then they're going to be able to access your credits. Treat that like a password, keep it secure. And what will happen when you go on here, if you click create new credential, it's going to want a name and a value. Now I've got a great tip there for anyone using a British keyboard. To set this up, what you need to do is type authorization. The authorization is spelt with a Z. Now if you've got like auto predict on your keyboard, mine will change that to authorization with a S. Those simple little things can stop this from working. You need to make sure that that is authorization with a Z, and then type key and then space and then paste the API key that they've given you. This is just a mock one that I've made up. Should look like that. Give it a name and then click save, and that'll be your credentials set up. Then what we want to do is toggle on send body JSON. Using JSON, you can screenshot this and paste that in there if you want to know where that's come from. If you go to file, go to explore, search for Nano banana, and then all of their API documentation is here. You also do image editing, so this is text to image. It's also image editing model. You can have a play around with that. If you want though, you can just make it easier, copy and paste. Let me know if that copy and pasting is working all right in the comments. If you prefer in other videos, if it's easier for you, then what I could do is just include those things in the description section. That's that set up. Takes a little bit of time for it to do that, perhaps a few seconds, minute or so. We've got a wait node. We don't want it just running straight onto the next get status node. We'll wait for 1 minute, and then we'll try and get the image status. What happens here? Post a request to this URL with the ID from the chat given from the last one. Make sure this is set to that same Fal AI credential. Then the if node. Here we can just search if and then drop this on the canvas. It's quite simple. If the status is equal to and then completed, if that's true, it will go to the next node, and that is the one we'll look at in just a sec. That is getting the image from Fal AI. If it's false, then it loops back round, and then it will wait then another 60 seconds, try and get the status again, and it will loop round until that's ready. In the get image, so we're going to get, and then you've got the response URL, and then your Fal AI credential, and then that will send to Telegram. If you have a look on Telegram, send photo message, put that node in there, and then all you need to do, select the bot, resource message, operation send photo, and then the chat ID that comes from the original one, and then the photo URL that's come from the previous node. And that is it. You're all set up. If you were looking to get the free credits, if you go on to OpenRouter, they've got at the moment Google Gemini 2.5 flash image. It's free at the moment. You know, sometimes that could change. It's there at the moment, and then all you need to do is just go onto API, and they've got their API documentation. So if you would prefer, you could set up a request and do it through that. I like using Fal AI, and I say it's 2 cents per image generation. I think that's okay. I hope that was clear. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments. Anything I can do to improve these tutorials, please let me know. Open to some constructive criticism. Thanks for taking the time to watch.